Hello everyone, this is Yoko. On this channel, I feel that information about what is happening in China is often not correctly conveyed to countries other than China, so I will be disseminating the information I have gathered in English. I'm getting information from multiple media, so I'd be happy if you could comment on the content of the video. Also, my native language is not English, so I use an AI speaker to create the voice to convey the information correctly. If you like it, please subscribe to the channel and support us. This time I will talk about the large-scale defaults that are happening in China. There is a large corporate group that owns a company that manages the wealth of the wealthy. It is a company called Zhongplant Enterprise Group. The Chubu Enterprise Group is a very large group with 4 asset management companies within the group. Wealth management companies are in charge of managing the money of wealthy people in China. Zhongsheng Enterprise Group is China's largest asset management group. It is said that there are 150,000 investors who have deposited more than 3 million yuan. When converted to Japanese yen, there are 150,000 people who have deposited more than 60 million yen. This is some wealthy people in China. In China, the disparity is so large that those who have it have it. But the majority of Chinese people are still living a pretty tough life. And it seems that the company is also entrusted with money. It is said that there are 5,000 companies that have entrusted money to this group and have it managed. Since it is a large-scale asset management company in China, there are a great number of companies and investors involved. The fact that the asset management group has defaulted has drawn a lot of attention. What caused the default? It has a very Chinese element to it. This group of companies was founded in 1995. Its founder is a person named Xie Zikun. This person died suddenly of a heart attack in December 2020. He was 61 years old. A person named Xie Zikun seems to have been a person who cares about his health. Today's rich people in China are said to be polarized. Some people say they don't care about their health, but some people want to live a long life after getting a huge amount of wealth, so they take care of their health. This person named Xie Zikun was a person who was concerned about his health. But since he died suddenly at the age of 61, there are suspicions that he was actually murdered rather than having a heart attack. Since he is the head of China's largest asset management company, there will be various rumors. When this person is gone, I'll be the next top. There are many people like you. Maybe he wasn't really ill, but the problem is the impact of this person's disappearance. Human relationships are very important in doing business in China. This person named Xie Zikun is not just a business owner, but has connections with the inside of the Communist Party. There are various regulations in China when conducting business activities. It is business in China to clear various regulations using personal connections. Especially when trying to do a big business, there are various regulations and supervision from the authorities. If the Chinese Communist Party tries to bully this company a little, it will not be able to carry out its business activities. It is the nature of Chinese business to avoid pressure from the government by connecting with government personnel and offering personal benefits. Japanese companies are not very good at doing business in China. Giving money to government officials is, of course, illegal. When it comes to doing business illegally, many people hesitate. There may be some people who do it, but if it's a normal Japanese feeling, there will be resistance. Let's return to the story of the Zhongplant Enterprise Group. In this corporate group, the deceased top management had various personal connections, but because of his sudden death, the connection with the government was lost. When doing business in China, there are times when a company needs a key person who has a connection with the government. The key person doesn't want to pass their connections on to others. He understands that his value lies in his connections, so he doesn't want to change his status as the only one in the company. I think this can be said even for the top of the company. If someone other than yourself builds a cooperative relationship with the government, your position will be in danger. Many people think that they should be the only ones who have connections with people in the government. I think that the top of this company probably has the same idea. The sudden death of the company's top executive and the disappearance of the government-related person has a huge impact on business in China. After the loss of the top management, this corporate group became the target of government investigations and was embroiled in lawsuits, resulting in many troubles. As long as the top is still alive, it is no longer possible to suppress things that could be suppressed using personal connections. It is said that this is one of the reasons why this company has declined. I don't think it's the only reason, but it's one of the reasons. This company manages the money collected from the wealthy class, so if it does not make a profit by managing it, it will not survive. This corporate group invests the collected money in various places. For example, I own a large amount of shares in listed companies, invest in the high-tech sector, and invest a lot in the real estate industry. To give you a specific company name, for example Evergrande Group. I invested a lot in companies that introduce debt problems on this channel as well. There are many problems in the investment business that reduce the return on investment and result in losses. In addition, the company's financial management was sloppy. When we collect money from wealthy people, we promise to redeem it at a certain interest rate, for example, 1 year later. Then you can calculate the amount of cash you need after a year, but due to poor fund management, there was not enough cash even when it was time to return the money. This is impossible for a money management company. In fact, I was trying to manage my funds properly, but there is also a view that I was in a situation where I couldn't do it. This is a risk management issue. This corporate group invests in many places. It is said that when a certain investment resulted in a loss, they would make a higher risk investment to make up for the loss and increase the loss. A higher risk investment may be unrecoverable. In particular, the current Chinese economy is in a slump, so no matter what you invest in, you will not get a return. It would be better to be in the red. You can say that this group of companies has failed to invest, and you can say that it has been sloppy in risk management. We were unable to secure the liquidity of our cash, so when it came time to return the money entrusted to us by the wealthy class, we ran out of cash. Since this corporate group does not invest only in the real estate sector, I think that it has a certain amount of assets, so it seems that it is not impossible for the creditor to collect it at all. If the Sinoplant Enterprise Group sells its assets, it is believed that investors will be able to recover a certain amount of funds. However, selling your holdings will put huge selling pressure on the stock market. Stock prices will fall and many companies will lose their assets. It is unclear how much of the money invested can be recovered. It is unknown when it will be collected. The money invested in the real estate industry cannot be fully recovered, and it will take time to recover it. The real estate company itself has a huge amount of debt, so if Evergrande wanted to collect the funds, it would have to sell the real estate, but the real estate wouldn't sell in the first place. That's why it takes a lot of time. It is not yet known how much the people who put money in this asset management company will recover. In any case, there is no doubt that the assets of China's 150,000 wealthy people will be greatly reduced. Before the slump, it was a bubble, so I think my assets were steadily increasing. And as their assets increase, their feelings will grow and their consumption will also increase, so it was said that the wealthy in China should use their money daringly. Those people are melting their assets, and as a result, the economy will stagnate because there will be no wealthy people who consume a lot, so the impact of the default of this company will be very large. By the way, when looking at China as a whole, the market size of the asset management business is said to be 3.6 trillion yuan. It is said that there is a scale of about 60 trillion yen when converted to Japanese yen. The fact that China's largest wealth management group has defaulted may increase concerns about companies doing similar work and accelerate the movement to withdraw money. If that happens, the asset management business may not be viable in China. It is said that the default of this corporate group will have a very large impact on the Chinese economy in the future. That's all for now. See you next time.